All right, ladies and gentlemen, in order to be successful for today, everyone should have their primary source out and on their desk and a notebook. We are going to complete this primary source today, and we are going to start with notes. So everyone should have their primary source and their notebook out and ready to go. Tomorrow you do not have a vocab quiz because it's like 21 through 24, and that would be kind of a waste of your time and my time. Can we agree? For 4 points. So you do not have a vocab quiz tomorrow because, frankly, it's 4 points. So tomorrow you have nothing. Your map and your primary source are going to be due tomorrow. Is everyone clear on that? So your map should already be completed. We had more than enough time on Thursday to do it, so it should be done. And we're going to finish our primary source today in class. So tomorrow you should be just turning things in. Everyone good? Perfect. All right, let's go. So I know we haven't done a primary source in a very long time, so I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited. So a friendly reminder on how primary sources work. I'm going to sit here, and whatever I write, you write. And I'm going to call on every single person in this room to help me. And as long as you are trying, I will not be angry. If you're just sitting there staring off into space, even if you've already answered me once, that will make me cranky. Okay? So you need to be paying attention. You need to be listening on how this whole process works because, ladies and gentlemen, you are in week 6 of AP World. How many primary sources have you seen? Like on tests? Oh, a lot, correct? How many have you seen on your essays last week? A bunch. How many more do you think you're going to be seeing in your life in AP World? Oh, yeah, there's a whole essay based on them. So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand how to do a primary source in order to be successful. So this is how we practice, and you will be seeing it from every week going forward. Is everyone clear? So think with me. Just sitting there staring off into space and copying down what I have is not good enough. And I will make sure you know when it's not good enough. Everyone clear? Perfect. Here we go. Byzantine Patriarch, Anthony. Okay? In a letter to the Grand Prince Vasily I of Moscow. Just put it here and we'll deal with it later. Thank you. Defending the Emperor 1395. Who can tell me something about what is happening in our basic information? Come on, come up with something. I'm not going to be mad if you try. I will be mad if you're not. What do we got? Evan.
The Byzantine Empire is...
There you go. So it's the Byzantine Empire, so we know that. You should know Byzantine. You should know. What do you think patriarch means? What do you think that term means, Sophia? Okay, so it's Patriarch Anthony, so it's a specific person. What do you think this title is? What do you got, Reagan? Yeah, it's the leader of the church. In Roman Catholicism, what do we call the leader of the church? Yeah, in Byzantine, what do they call him? There we go. So we've already figured that out. So that's good. So this is the leader of the Byzantine church. In a letter to the Grand Prince Vasily of Moscow. So if he's in Moscow, where's this dude? Russia. So it is the Byzantines writing to the Russians defending the emperor. Okay? Which emperor is being defended, people? The Byzantine or the Russian? Okay, so he's defending the Byzantine ruler. That's how much information we can pull out of this. Okay, so the Holy Emperor has a great place in the church, for he is not like the other rulers or governors of other regions. Okay. This is so because from the beginning the emperors established and confirmed the true faith in the inhabited world. They convoked the innumerable councils and confirmed decreed the acceptance of the pronouncements of the divine and the holy canons regarding the correct doctrines of the government of the Christians. Holy moly! What the hell is he saying? Who can tell me? What is he saying here? Simplify it, simple, stupid. There's a lot of very Catholic words in here. Sam, what is he saying? Is it because he accepted Christianity, or is he the one who established the foundings? He's the establishing ruler. He's the one who laid all the groundwork. So is it him specifically, or is it the Byzantine rulers as a whole? Okay, so this is because from the beginning the emperors, so the emperors, they're talking about the Byzantines. They're talking about Byzantine rulers as a whole. Byzantine rulers as a whole. So, establishing and confirmed the true faith in the inhabited world, they convoked the innumerable councils and confirmed and decreed the acceptance of the pronouncements of the divine. What this means is the innumerable councils is saying the justification that Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior and all that stuff. That's innumerable councils and how to implement them. Pronouncements of the divine and holy canons regarding the correct doctrines of the government of Christians. They're laying down the foundation for what is Christianity in the world. That's it. They're the ones who pick the books, how to pray, how to worship, all that stuff. They struggled boldly against heresy. What is heresy? What is heresy? Does anyone know? You should have heard about it before. Joey?
People who speak lies against something.
Yeah, it's anti-God. It's, you sometimes hear them referred to as witches, like devil worshippers. Heresy is like that whole, like anything that goes anti against a church or a faith is a heresy. Okay? A heretic is someone who challenges the authority of the church. Okay? So, they struggled boldly against heresy and imperial decrees together with councils established in the metropolitan sees of the archpriests and the divisions of their provinces and delineation of their districts. What the hell do you think he's trying to say here? Does it sound like they've worked hard, or do you think it's been easy for them? They worked hard. So this has been hard to do, to bring Christianity to all these people. It has been very hard to do. For this reason, the emperor enjoys great honor and position in the church, for even if by God's permission the nations, primarily the Ottoman Turks, have constricted the authority and domain of the emperor, still to this day the emperor possesses the same charge from the church and same rank and same prayers from the church. So, what is he saying here? For this reason, the emperors enjoy a great honor and position in the church. What does that mean, Sophia? It's not just authority. Do you think they're highly respected or very little respect? They're highly respected. And why are they highly respected? Yes, they did so much in the Christian faith. Now, do they have a ton of territory anymore? Are they as powerful as they once were? No, but what has still remained? They are still highly respected. Even though they lost a ton of territory, they're still highly respected. The Bailius, note the Greek term for emperor, is anointed with the great myrrh and is appointed Bailius and autocrator of the Romans and indeed of all Christians. Okay, so he is the leader of all Christians. So they believe that the Byzantine ruler plays a role for all Christians. Everywhere the name of the emperor is commemorated by the patriarchs and the metropolitans and bishops wherever men are called Christian, a thing which no other ruler or governor ever received. Indeed, he enjoys great authority over all, that even the Latins themselves, who are not in communion with their church, render him the same honor and submission which they did in the old days when they were united with us. So much more do Orthodox Christians owe in recognition to him. Okay, so both Roman Catholics and who else respect him? Eastern Orthodox and Orthodox respect him. Alright, here we go. So, what is the historical context of this piece? What is happening historically in this piece here, people? Come on. The faster you can go, the better your life is, people. Cade. Well, the creation of the church has happened for a very long time because it's 1395, Cade. So, I'll take Byzantine Empire. What is happening in this piece, ladies and gentlemen? What do you got, Maggie? The plane?
Black Death.
No, there's no mention of Black Death. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we know is going to happen to the Christian faith this week? It what, Sterling? It's split. So Christianity splits. Does this have any reference to that? Yes. So, historical context is the role of the Byzantines with all Christians. Okay, who is the audience of this piece, Julia? Who is this piece written for? Grand Prince of what? There you go. That's who this piece is written for. Grand Prince of Moscow. Okay. What is the purpose of the piece, ladies and gentlemen? Why is he writing this? What is his goal? What is the Byzantine's Pope, the Patriarch, trying to accomplish? What do you got, Alexa?
Trying to defend the Byzantine ruler.
Okay, why? But why? He's defending him, you're correct, but what is the purpose of the piece? Is he defending him? What is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? Reagan?
Trying to keep him in the church.
I don't think he's trying to keep him in the church. Sophia?
He's trying to show how great Christians
No. I mean, if you know anything about Russians, what are Russians? Are they Christian? Are they Muslim? Hello? No. Are they Jews? No. Are they Hindu? No. So what are they, people? They're Christians. They're Christians. Okay, so what is the purpose of this piece? Why is this guy going on and on about how great the Byzantine Pope is and Byzantine leader and how all Christians should respect him? Why? Katie?
Because Byzantine rule established the foundations of Christianity.
Cool. Okay, that's what it says in the piece. But what is the author's purpose in writing this? He wants what, people? He wants what? Ashlyn? I don't know. I wouldn't say alliance, but you're going in the right direction. What do you got, Shannon?
He wants the Russian Christians to become Orthodox.
No. What do you got?
Respect.
Yes, he wants there to be a layering of respect. Why would he want the Russians to respect the Byzantines? Come on. Why, Ashlyn?
Is there a threat to the Byzantine?
I would definitely say so. The Russians are rising in power and all that stuff. Okay, so the purpose of the piece is to show how necessary the Byzantine ruler is to Christianity. Why do you think he wants to show how important he is? What's the point of view? Why is the author writing this when he wrote it? He's already said the constricted authority of the Byzantines, that they're losing territory. Why do you think he wrote this? What do you got?
Because if they're starting to lose power, he's gonna want to make a bond now before it's too late.
Okay, so point of view. Okay, the real goal here is to try to protect the Byzantine Empire from collapse by attracting what type of allies, people? Strong Christian allies. There you go. Because the whole time in the piece, what is he constantly talking about? How much he's done for Christianity and how much the Byzantines have done. So if you're a good Christian, who should you be trying to help, theoretically? The Byzantines. Why is this important? Why do we care about it? Why, as historians, why do we care about this? Why in 2019 are we reading something about this? Come on, people. What do you think, Emily?
For Christians, it's like
No, I don't care about the Byzantine Pope. Why do we care about it? Lily?
It shows how the Byzantines, when they lost power, who they tried to make relationships with.
Okay, it's not a terrible answer. I won't say terrible, but I'm not going to write it down either. Sorry, but not terrible. What do you think, Jared? Come up with something. Nothing is not okay. Why do we care about this?
To show that Christianity had a big part.
No. Guys, why do we care? Come on, William. Why do we care? Guys, flip it over. Read through your notes. Don't read the piece again. Read through your notes. Why do we care about this piece? Guys, who was the strongest Christian empire in the history of the world in the beginning? The Byzantines. How are they looking now? Not good. So what are they clinging to in their final days? And their past, yes? Saying that we've done all these things. Why do we care? So, if the Byzantines are no longer held in as high in regard, which is why they're begging for the Russians, who is rising in power then? The Russians are rising in power, or is there probably another Christian empire rising? Yes. So, why do we care? It shows a change in power from the Byzantines to a newer Christian leader. Now, do we think it's the Russians? Do we think it's the Russians? Do we think this is the peak of Russian performance? The Kievians? No. Who do you think is going to rise? Shannon? Carolinian? Okay, new Christian leaders in Europe. That's where we're going to start seeing stronger leaders in Europe. Whew! Maybe we should do like 6 of these. We need some practice. Can we agree? That was a little painful. Woski broski. Here we go. Document 2, Richard I, King of England, an account of the goods of a captured Muslim caravan bound to Jerusalem, 1192. Who can tell me something? Let's go. I haven't talked to a bunch of you. I've already, Evan.
This was happening during the Crusades.
Crusades! Perfect. Okay, everyone loves the Crusades. So, what else is happening, Sam? Give me something good. Cool. You read it off the page. I can read too, Sam. What do you know about King Richard I? What religion is he? Yes, okay, so that's something. Come in. Okay, so King Richard I. Okay, so what else do we know, people? Come on. What is a caravan? Who can raise your hand and tell me what a caravan is? Some of your moms probably drive a caravan, for God's sakes. What is it, Daniel?
Like something to transport like supplies or something.
Is it supplies or is it goods? Goods. What's the difference between a good and supplies?
Goods are like food and like.
No. No. What's the difference between goods and supplies? Sterling.
Good or not necessarily like a necessity to like supplies.
No. Guys, what's the supplies? When we say supplies, what do we mean? Food, water, correct? So what are goods? Okay, so what's the point of the goods? What do you do with goods? Yes, they're for sale. Right? Goods are for sale. Supplies are for intake, like digestion. Like you need them to survive. Do you see the difference? So, caravan, they transport goods bound to Jerusalem. Okay? So, by this defeat, the pride of the Turks was entirely cast down and their boldness effectually repressed, whilst the caravan with its riches became the spoil of the victors. Okay? So the Turks are the who? They're the Muslims that they take the caravan from. Okay? And their boldness effectually repressed. Okay? So they captured a Muslim caravan bound to Jerusalem. Where do you think this caravan was, people? Where do you think they are? Do you think they're, what part of the world do you think they're in? Egypt. Where are there Muslims, people? There's some in Spain, correct? Yes. There's some in Spain. There's some in North Africa. And where's there a lot? The Middle East. So where do you think King Richard of England, who is going to the Crusades, where do you think he is? So you think a Christian lands on Muslim territory on his way to Jerusalem? No, that would be stupid. Can we agree? So where do you think he is? You have 1 out of 3 shot, people. He's in the Middle East. He's in the Middle East. Do you think the Muslims send caravans through Western Europe, like France and Germany? No, because what would happen every single time they did that? They would steal the caravan. Now, if they stole the caravan every single time, do you think we'd be reading a primary source about it? No. So how often do you think they steal stuff from the Muslims? Not that often if it's such a damn excitement, right? How many times have you been to the movies in your life? Do you write down in your journal, oh my God, I went to the movies. I had a popcorn. I had a soda. And I spent $15 on a shitty movie. Okay? How often you do that? How often you write about it? Not often. Okay? Now, so if they are stealing it, is it a big deal? So does it happen often or rarely?
Rarely.
Yes. Its guards surrendered to our soldiers themselves, their beasts a burden, and the sumpter horses, and stretching forth their hands in supplication, I implored for mercy on condition only that their lives should be spared. Okay? So, does it sound like they are making themselves to be incredibly powerful, these English? Yes, the English, it's self-aggrandizing. So the English are heroes. I'm going to put heroes in quotes. Does it sound like they were doing something incredible? Is it really that exciting? No. They led the yoked horses and camels by the halter and offered them to our men. They brought mules loaded with spices of different kinds of great value, gold, silver, cloaked of silk, purple and scarlet robes, and variously ornamented apparel, besides arms and weapons of divers forms, coats of mail, commonly called, costly cushions, pavilions, tents, biscuits, bread, barley, grain, meal, and other large quantity of conserves and medicines, basins, bladders, chessboards, silver dishes, candlesticks, pepper, cinnamon, sugar, and wax, and other valuable choice in various kinds, an immense sum of money, and an incalculable quantity of goods such as never before, as we have said, been taken at once at the same time in any former battle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the word battle. Do you think this was a battle?
No.
No. They literally probably stumbled upon it and took it. Right? Like, oh shit, there's 6 of us, there's 2 of them. Ha! Let's take their stuff. Why do they call it a battle? To make them see like they're heroes, correct? Now, look at all of the stuff they listed. Look at all this stuff. Why would the King of England write down all of this stuff? Why? What does it tell you about them? What does it say? Brian? No. Brian, if I asked you, what you got for your birthday, are you going to tell me every single thing you got from your uncle? You got a pair of socks from your aunt. You got a plain white tee from your sister. You got a $17 Panera card because she spent the other $3. You know what I mean? She got a gift card and she used the rest of it. From your brother, you got like a $16 Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Are you going to give me a whole rundown? No. Why? Now, if you got some bougie gifts, man, like I'm talking some Prada belts, I'm talking some Gucci shirts, some Gucci sneakers, or whatever the hell fancy brand you're into, are you going to give me some details on that? Yes, you are. You're going to flex, man. Hell yeah, you are. If I get a bomb gift, you know I'm coming in the next day and being like, yes, here I am. Why does he go in all this detail? Why, Joey? To flex. Well, we can't write that on the AP exam. Why, Joey?
To show his significance and all.
To show how much they got. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why would they be so proud of themselves? Why? They got biscuits, cheese, barley, grain meal. They got basic apparel. They got fabric. What does that tell you if they're this excited about chessboards and medicines? What does it tell you, Evelyn? Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, if you're this excited about all this crap, does it mean you have it at home or is it new to you? It's new. So does that show us that England has wealth or England is poor as hell? England equals poor. They're poor. They're poor. Okay? How many times have one of your friends been like, oh my God, I got the greatest gift. And you're like, oh my God, what did you get? And it's something that you own like 6 of. And you're like, that's not a big deal. and you act like a jerk. Let's be honest. Okay? However, okay, to that person it means a lot. When you're this excited, it means you don't have the money. So does this show that there's an equality between the Muslims and the English, or a complete lapse of power? Yes. Who has the money? Who has everything? And the English people are poor and hungry, and they are just excited to see nice things. Historical context. What do we got? Come on, people. What do we got? Shannon. Huh? Crusades. It's all occurring during the Crusades. Who is the audience of this piece, ladies and gentlemen? Who is this piece written for? What do we got for me, Tess? Huh? People in England. Absolutely. Okay, what is the point of this piece, ladies and gentlemen? Why is the King of England this is the King of England. Richard I is actually a very influential king. We learned that King Richard has very little money, did we not? That he's just giggled with glee with all of this. Okay, so what is the purpose of this piece? Now keep in mind, he is writing this. What is the purpose of this piece? What do we got, Slav?
Purpose is to tell people of England
Okay, yeah, but why? Why does he want them to know?
because they got cool things.
They did get cool things. So to get those cool things, what did they have to do, Slav?
Battle.
Okay, they did call it a battle, but what do you think? Do you really think it was a battle? No. Okay. So why is that important? Why is it important that they got all this stuff and he's writing back to the people of England like, look at all this stuff. We won in this big battle, but caravans don't participate in battles. Caravans it's like taking over a 14-wheeler truck. Are those in battle? No. You stopped an Amazon Prime truck, okay? No. William. Yes, why? Okay, why? Daniel?
So the people, they can have their loyalty.
Guys, who do you think is highly respected during this time? Is like, damn. The Muslims. Okay? Who do you think everyone kind of knows is kind of shitty at the moment? England. So the fact that the British got all this stuff from the Muslims, right? Like, yeah, look at them. We beat them. Okay? It's literally like, yeah, we got this. The point is to brag to the British people their superiority. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why is that funny? Because they're not superior at all. They're superiority. Okay? What is the point of view? Why is he writing this when he wrote it? Why is he doing this? He's writing to tell the British people of their superiority of the Muslims, which are clearly far superior to him. Why is he doing this? Why? What do you got, Shannon? To gain support. Support from the people. From the people. Unify them behind the leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're the British, how often do you think you beat other people at this time? They're literally giggling with glee about seeing biscuits. Okay, and seeing cloaks of silk. This is the King of England. So do you think the King of England is living a high life? Or do you think he is like dirt poor and covered in with his own feces? Dirt poor, covered in his own feces. That's quite a visual, by the way. With that being said, this is the part of like the building of the reputation and trying to get people to see the British are cool. You should really listen to us. Why is it important? Why is this document important? Why are we reading this in 2019? Why are we reading this, Sophia? Okay, it shows that Britain was not always powerful, correct? When we think of Britain today, do we think it's ironic that the King of England would even give a shit about one caravan of stuff? Right? They stole entire countries, for God's sake. I mean, they stole India for 350 years. Okay? So, why is it important? It shows the evolution of England from being weak until eventually the most powerful country in the world. It just gives us a different perspective on England. Can we agree? Perspective. There we go. I think we need to continue working on this skill. What do you think? Yeah, we need to work on it. Take out your notebooks. Let's go. Quickly, quickly. All right, here we go. So, anyone with your notebook, can someone raise your hand and tell me where we left off? Please and thank you. Reagan. At Pope Leo III? Perfect. Okay. Okay, so Pope Leo III is going to crown Charlemagne Holy Roman Emperor. Who can raise their hand and tell me why? Why does he do this? Maggie.
From driving video respect.
Yeah, for saving his life, so he names them. Who does this piss off? Byzantines. Why are the Byzantines immediately pissed off? Like, they are straight up fire about this. Jared.
Because they're giving them all this money and they're not getting anything.
Yeah, because who's been paying for the Catholic Church to continue to survive? The Byzantines. So the Byzantines have been doing all this stuff. The Emperor of the Byzantines has been paying all this stuff. And this guy swoops in once, and he gets crowned Holy Roman Emperor. He gets doted on, and is first considered the savior of Christianity. And the Byzantines are pissed. You'd be pissed too. Can we agree? So this is going to start a major problem. So this is going to be the foundation where, you need to write this down, this is going to be the foundation of the schism. Foundation of the Great Schism. Okay, so the East versus West competition is going to be the foundation of the schism. Okay. Skip a space. Okay, you need to know that Charlemagne, actually you can keep going underneath Charlemagne, that's fine. You need to know that Charlemagne has 3 sons and divides it amongst his 3 sons. Charlemagne divides up the Carolingian amongst his 3 sons. Okay? Louis the Pious is going to...
Teachers, I apologize. Please disregard that bell. Thank you.
Louis the Pious is going to be the one who is going to rise into power. Okay, so Charlemagne divides the Carolingian into 3 empires for his 3 sons. Louis the Pious is one of his sons, and he is going to rise into power. Eventually, he is the reason why it collapses.
So you don't survive.
No, he fights with the middle one, but he will eventually kill the older one, but then the whole thing shatters. Because it goes on for like 30 years. All the people like, screw you people, this sucks. And they leave. Okay? So. Alright. Skip a space. You're going to write invasions. This is one of my favorites, so please be excited for me. I love the invasions. Okay, skip a space. Center it, invasions. You need to know that in Europe, in the south, you have Muslims attacking. The Muslims are coming from Spain, and they're coming from North Africa. Okay, so from the south, you have the Muslims. They're going to be in Spain. They're going to be pushing through, and they're in North Africa. You need to know from the north, you have the Vikings. And that's where we're going to pause and talk for a second. Okay, from the north, you have the Vikings. Okay, the Vikings are from like Norway and Sweden, modern day terms. If you want to write Norway and Sweden, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so the Vikings. The Vikings are from, okay, you need to know that the Vikings are from Norway and Sweden. You need to know that they are sailing people. They are sailing people. Okay? They have really shallow rivers in Sweden, so their boats are very small and mobile. You need to know that. So, the Vikings, they're from Norway and Sweden. They have very shallow rivers, so their boats are really small. Okay? You need to know that their population grows too big and they cannot feed their population. Okay, they have overpopulation, their population grows too big, and they don't have enough resources. Okay, their population grows too big, they don't have enough resources, so they go ahead and start attacking villages, cities, and monasteries. Why are they attacking villages, cities, and monasteries? What's all there, people? Supplies, food, and what else is in monasteries? Money. Okay, so So they don't have enough money to feed their people, so they go and start stealing stuff. The coolest thing, ladies and gentlemen, about the Vikings, which is just like the most awesome thing, is that throughout Europe there are tons and tons of rivers, and the Vikings are known for their ability to sail rivers because all of Norway is covered with these really shallow rivers. So what they do is that they sail down a river, okay? When they hit the end of the river, they pick up the boat, they put it on their shoulder, and then they run with the boat to any place they want to go. When they get to a city, they flip the boat over, they fill it with stuff, then they carry the boat back to the river and sail away. That's awesome. If you don't know what awesome is, that's it. So the Vikings are super, super efficient raiders. Okay? They are very effective in sacking cities all over Europe. It's not just in one spot, it's in all over the continent. Why? Because they're using the rivers, and they're happily running from one river to the next, carrying a boat full of food back to their people. They are incredibly effective raiders. Now, why is this important? Because of, and you're going to put a big star, because of fear of the Vikings, a new government system is created in Western Europe. You need to know it's in Western Europe. Because of fear of the Vikings, a new government system in Western Europe is created, and it's called feudalism. Does anyone know what feudalism is? You've heard of it. You just didn't know. What is feudalism? Who's in charge? Oh no. Oh no. What do you got?
It's like a hierarchy system, and it's like kings, nobles.
Yeah. All of your lords and ladies and all that crap? Yeah? Guess what? It's feudalistic. So, if we're scared of the Vikings, who are we going to employ to protect us? The knights? Yes. Knights of the Round Table, all that crap. So, how did knights get a job? Vikings. Okay? So, Vikings are the reason why feudalism happens in Western Europe. Feudalism is the foundation of everything. So, because of feudalism, okay, so you're going to put another star. Because of the Vikings, there are no more centralized governments in Europe for 800 years. Why would there be a centralized government? Why are people giving up centralized government? Why, Reagan?
It's because it's too easy for them to take all the power.
Yeah. The centralized government can't protect everyone. So they go to a decentralized government. What is the decentralized government? Why do decentralized governments work? Why? Emma? Yeah, guys, when you're talking about decentralized government, in every place you have one leader and you have a bunch of knights who are there to protect you, correct? It's much more regional than massive in empire, okay? So they have to. So the reason why we have it is because of the Vikings, which are pretty cool. Can you imagine? Can we say the Vikings are pretty awesome, though? And they're going to cause complete chaos in Europe, which is pretty damn cool. All right. We already kind of know that, and I'm fine with that. And I'm good with that. That's fine. I don't care about that. Concept. Okay, so we do need to write a couple of things. So you're going to skip a space, and you're going to write Western Europe feudalism. Skip a space. Central Europe feudalism. Western Europe feudalism.
Can you just scoot your desk over a little bit so I'm not like sitting on top of you? Thank you. And then why are you sorry? Everyone who sits on that desk pushes over.
Okay, so let's talk about feudalism. There's a couple things you need to know. We're going to be talking about it. It happens for 800 years. Okay, so you need to know feudalism is decentralized.
feudalism is decentralized. Okay, so if I'm drawing it, you should be drawing it. Okay, so in the center you have a king. Okay, and they're mostly just collecting money at this point. So I'm just going to draw some money symbols. A king appoints a lord. King appoints a lord, and they live in a very big house on a territory. Okay, and this is called a manor house. A manor house. This is the center of society and religion. It's the center of society, religion, and government. Everything is happening in their manor house. Okay, so all of their economy, all of their society, all of their religion is happening here. So then the land is divided into smaller plots of land. Okay, and each piece of land is called a fief. Okay, fiefs are owned by the king, but managed by the lord. The land is worked by a serf, S-E-R-F, not like surf as in like waves, okay? By a serf. A serf is a person who signed a contract, a fief contract, in exchange for protection. They work the land for free. For free, and it's every generation. So if Daniel is really scared of the Vikings and he signs a fief contract, his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandsons will also be doing what? Farming a fief. Okay? So, you need to know a serf is not a slave. They are not a slave. They are contracted to work a specific piece of land. A specific piece of land. The Lord does not control their personal life. Okay, there you go. Perfect. So, this king happens to have how many lords?
4.
4. And then how many fiefs? Everything's cut up into a fief, and then we'll talk about our knights tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. Sterling, I have a pass for you. Guys, Tess L, I have a sign for you. And Lily F, I have a sign for you.
Can serfs decide to sell?
No. No, because then they kill you and your entire family. It doesn't end, feudalism doesn't end until the Black Plague. So everything is based on rights and obligations, which we're going to get into tomorrow. So the serfs sign the contract to get what? Protection in exchange for working, correct? Yeah. So what happens is when the Black Plague comes, what can't the lords protect from the Black Plague, correct? So after that, they're like, screw you, man, we're out. And so that's how it ends. See ya. What's up?
Do you have pieces this week?
Yeah, man. You should have picked it up.
Yeah, I picked like boats, but.
Well, that's not good. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
It's not a bunch.
Not too bad. On the other side, it's not even full. What's up?